Today I'm going to be talking about Black Clover chapter 251, so if you don't want any spoilers, go ahead and click off the video now. But other than that, man, let's get straight to it. Okay, so this was a very good chapter. Everybody in the Black Clover community finally got what they wanted. It seemed like a lot of people really wanted VANICA to get some screen time, and she finally got a lot of screen time in this chapter. So the chapter pretty much starts off with Gaja going to the battlefield and completely annihilating one of the Dark Disciples. And this goes to show a lot of people in the Black Clover community were saying, hey man, how can these spirit guardians be defeated so easily by the Dark Disciples whenever Gaja is said to have fought against some of the strongest devil possessed users? Alright, and it's stated in this chapter that it's because Gaja, they're all spirit guardians, but Gaja is on a completely different level. Really, when I looked at the panel, it didn't even look like he had sustained any damage. It looked like he pretty much was able to deal with the Dark Disciple quickly and effectively without even putting on anywhere close to his full capabilities. Then we switch over to Noelle, Lorapechika, and Mimosa, and they're fighting a Dark Disciple of their own. They completely annihilate this Dark Disciple. They pretty much one-shot the Dark Disciple. We see Undyne, the water spirit, behind Mimosa, and it seems like she lent some kind of strength to Mimosa pretty much, because Mimosa, we know Mimosa is pretty strong, but Mimosa completely and utterly destroyed this Dark Disciple, and we know these Dark Disciples are not pushovers, so it would be very easy to say that Undyne lent some of her mana to Mimosa, and that would easily explain how Mimosa was able to defeat a Dark Disciple in one hit. So now the plot twist of this chapter is VANICA comes up and she says, hey, it's my turn, like, hey, I'm here now, we y'all ready to throw down? And pretty much Noelle tells VANICA, she pretty much says all of your subordinates are defeated, so you should just give up now. And then this is where the plot twist comes in. VANICA's like, ha ha ha, what do you mean my subordinates are defeated? And then that's when you see her subordinate rise up from the ashes, and he's like, oh, what's up, VANICA? I missed you. And pretty much she reveals that all of her subordinates are afflicted by a curse that allows them to be revived as many times as, pretty much with no limit, until the only way that they won't revive is if VANICA is defeated. Now this is a very interesting plot twist, because a lot of people thought that Luck defeated his Dark Disciple. They thought that Leo defeated his Dark Disciple and Charmy defeated hers, but they all rose up because they were afflicted by the curse of VANICA. So they're gonna keep on rising up until VANICA is defeated. And I mentioned this in the other chapters. I said, hey, there's still a possibility that these Dark Disciples will not be really defeated. And I said that because I was saying, if you go back and watch my other chapter videos, I was saying that it seemed like these Dark Disciples were being defeated too easily. Every single chapter, the Black Clover mages were just defeating them. And that really didn't make for an interesting story. Like, how can, we get these new enemies and they're all being defeated? It's like you pretty much are expecting the same thing. And that's when Tabata was like, all right, I'm going to subvert your expectations. I'm going to make them rise. And he made all of the Dark Disciples rise. So now it makes more sense. And that's why I say you always got to wait for stuff to be completed. You can't really make a conclusion until something is done, because we would have never known those Dark Disciples came back. And if we would have just read it out of context, it wouldn't have made any sense. But since we have the context now that they're coming back to life, it makes a lot of sense why they were able to be defeated, because they have an ace up their sleeve, essentially. So now it's going to get a lot more interesting. I'm really glad that he did this, and I'm really glad about that. Now, this chapter really showcases just how powerful VANICA is. She has the ability to revive her fallen companions, and multiple at that. She has the ability to revive multiple. That's like, it's really hard for a healing mage to revive just one person, but yet VANICA can revive that many at once. So that shows that her power is very immense. She is leagues above the Dark Disciples. She is one of the most powerful characters we have come to yet. And so Noelle and Little Petrica and also Mimosa realize this, and their face is one of utter terror. All right. So then Noelle realizes, she's like, hey man, this is the one who inflicted the curse upon my family, on my mother. Like, I do not forgive her. So Noelle was like, you know what? She's strong, but I still want all the smoke. So Noelle put on her Valkyrie armor and she like, let's go. And that's where the chapter ended. Very good chapter. I'm really excited for next week's chapter. We're going to have an amazing showdown between VANICA and Noelle. I hope you guys are ready for that. If you did enjoy the video, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. But other than that, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.